I did not record on the beginning. I'll make another video and submit it later. So at least people who are on here, you will get that idea. Oh, how did I? Yeah, it happened. So now, with the shape of not cylinder, hydrant, and let me look at on the under. Here we go. So, not that one. Oh, here we go. Can you see the hydrant? So the surface extended and then has kind of round, actually it's kind of angle, but we can make as an angle, not round. I did round. So, and 8 of them. And it start, can you see 2 of them in the front, 2 of them in the back? Like here, 2. So it means when we look at on our model, right here, you can turn on cap if you get confused. You want to see cap a little bit. Here we go. So now it will have to happen right in this area, 1 and 2. Can you see? So 8 of them. So if I skip, I just want to identify this. Here we go. Now we correct it. So now you might see something already that, wait a minute, they are not lined up to the flat surface. It's on the corner, which is the edge. So we have to do a little bit more work on this section, which is okay because we want a precision in shape and structure. If you look at on our a rubric, I put the rubric so that you know that what I am looking for, project 1 here. So topology, good topology contain very good edge loop and very organized chord match. So you can have some triangle, but just only the area that cannot be chord. Shape accuracy have to be matched, like look just like that. And render like this with wireframe, good presentation. So, and I will walk you through that. And then complete the model. So that's what you need. So now, some of you, I think Jen, you said that you have slightly different layout than mine, right? On the project, but that's okay. If it's slightly different, it's okay as long as you get the shape right. And as long as you don't have a crazy triangle or n-gon. Okay, so now we're gonna start off with a basic shape that looks like this. And we're gonna have a hole, even though we can hide it. If you are in rush, do the model for somebody or some other project, it's okay to just don't make the hole. Today we're gonna make it. Okay, so now first you use a undercreate polygon primitive. You may want to experiment with different objects in the future. For today, pipe is kind of appropriate. Pipe. So I'm gonna use top view, and I like you to move.
How did you get the pipe?
Create polygon primitive and pipe. Yep. There's a bunch more stuff in here. Okay. So now move it right around here. So that is, can you see? I try, and you need to move it up, but move in straight line for now. Straight line on Z. There's a reason, because we wanted to make sure they are right on the center of the workspace when we duplicate them, and so on. So now these are too big, so we need to reduce the radius, and I'm gonna start at 0.6. That's too. Let's see if too small or not. Move in a little, and you might need to referencing the cap so that you can see where the location is. Here we go. I think the cap, based on the picture, can you see these borders are a little too thick on my right there. So let's modify the cap first. Select the cap, and to move the line, let's go to 1 right here. This is what I need to move. Can you just look on screen quick? How, so that you know what to select. I use selection tool so that we won't move by accident. If I switch to 4, oh no. Let me isolate this quick. Control 1, isolate it. So I'm gonna select, basically I wanted to move this set of face. Oops. One click, hold shift, double click the next loop, next face on a single loop. We'll select the whole loop like this. And that. Here we go. And can you watch a little bit? So now, this is how I do it. I scale them, but scale only a Y plane. Because I wanted to scale from the top view Z and X. Nothing else. I don't want to create a thickness. I just want to move them in radius. So now, when I do that, I grab the green plane, which is disable green basically, and then now when I move scale, can you see I can scale it? It's go together. Let me try again. Can you look at on my screen? Can you see? It's go together. So now when you do on your own in the future, just look at what you select, and then you kind of predict. Oops. You'll be able to predict it, that how it's going to go. Now, control 1 to bring it back. Here we go. So now, I think, let's go to object mode. I'm going to lock them again, reference it. Not template, the cap. Let's reference. Template, sorry, because we just want to see through. So, based on the picture, look at it again. That's almost good. Let's make it slightly bit bigger. How about 0.7? Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Well, is it big? Yes, that's good. And then now the thickness is the radius inside. So let's reduce it to 0.25. Might be too thin. How about 0.2? Oh, no, sorry, 0.3. How about 0.35? Here we go. That's about right. Let's look at on the picture again. Good. Okay. So now, that's going to be the level. Let's take a look at it again. It's penetrated. Got to move in. Just only on Z. But we want a little space there, so that we can kind of mimic this part right there, space. Okay, not too close. And we don't want to go crazy with these axes. Let's try 6, see how it looks. I think 6 is good. I mean, you might want to think like, what if 8? Well, 8, you got that shape, it's quite nice on the center, can you see? This might be more suitable for that, because what we are looking at this match on the edge, because we have to rotate them and then make them on the edge, right? There we go. So, and let's press 3 how it looks, see if it looks like curve. That's good. 8 is quite a lot. Okay. Now let's prepare the face first. First thing, when we look at on the shape here, right here, it's going to connect a little wider on the border, on the edge. So it means the base from the body a little wider, and then started to be a little narrower. So it means in this case, this will work perfectly if we connect these two spaces to there. Now the problem with this is we have this section that extra. I'm gonna hide the cap now. There we go. So let's extrude this section. Can you just double click on the edge loop? You can hold shift key and then move to extrude it. These are quick way. There we go. So basically we want how thick we want though. It's not that thick. It's kind of thin actually. So it's mean I'm gonna thinner. There we go. A little thinner. So it's mean this guy need to be shorter. You can scale now. Move down. Try not to shift left and right. Maintain the center. Can you see? Right here, maintain the center. Okay. So, all right. Now, we need to connect this side to that side, basically. Okay. So, but we can't connect yet. I think, hey guys, 8 is kind of too much. Let's do 6. There we go. Let's do 6. Yep, and then we're gonna squeeze the end because we need to make division close to each other. So right now this is 1 and 2, right? So if I split in the middle, now I got that shape. 1, 2, can you see the edge are matched? One edge here and that edge there. Okay, so let's split in the center there. Okay.
But does it go in the center or does it go on the side?
On the center. Oh, sorry, on the side, but make sure you snap 50%. So this is how I do. You hold, you do multi-cut, and then you hold Control key, and then middle mouse click. It will assign in the center of those of the face.
Okay.
That's it. So now we kind of prepare, and at this point we can scale this. We prepare. If I scale these two faces, can you see these two faces? When I scale it, basically I want them to look straight line. It's like a half. Here we go. Like that. Okay.
Do we need to do it in the center right here, even though the bolts are on the side? They're not in
Yes,
the
center first. Yeah, because if we do on the side right away, the orientation will be not line up to the workspace.
Okay.
It's harder. I mean, you can, but it's harder. Okay. So we are prepared. And I want you to freeze transform when you're done. Clean it. Clean the transformation on rotate, scale, and move. Now we're going to start it to line up. First, you need to do calculation. I already know what it is. We want 8, right? 8 divided by 360 because loop is 360 degree circle. So that means will be 45 degree. So if I do 45 degree right now, hold on, don't do it, okay? So we need a little help. We need to change pivot point to the center of the workspace here. That's why we build it from the center. So if I press D, I can move this line, pivot point. If I hold X key and move only one axis, Z axis, it will snap to the grid, but constrain Z direction. So it looks like this. When I press D to finish, now when I rotate, can you see it rotate at that pivot point? And this is why when you build object, you want it to build on the workspace. So everything is centered to the grid here. It will be easier. When you're done building, you can move them around as needed. Okay? So now let's back this up. The pipe one, just duplicate it. Control D, quick, and then let's rotate because it's y-axis. Can you see if I turn on rotate to right there? Let's rotate 45 degree. There we go. And can you see if it's 45 degree, I could get all of them in one, 8 of them. So for example, I can duplicate it again and then add. So this will be 90. Here we go. And then duplicate again, but don't do it, okay? Just test, because instead of do it all now, we should do it at only one first. This one need to be rotated into the position we need. So go to top view, started to rotate it. We want it to be right here, right? Because based on the photo, it's right on the side, left and right there. So now I want you to focus on the line right here, this line. So let's eyeballing it. Now when it started to rotate, it's 22.3. Let's try 22.5. See if it's better. Turn on move to. There we go. Now right now the move tool is right on that spot, right? If you double click on it, change from workspace to object, it will orient it to the object temporary. So now press move plus sign. I want you to press plus sign and look. You might need to zoom in a little, zoom out a little bit. See if it match. Kind of match. Right there. It's a little hard. I think it's 22.5 is the right number. So now press minus key to reduce the tripod size, because if you are on plus like this, can you look at my screen quick? And I press rotate. I can't see my rotate tripod because it's so big. It's literally outside of the workspace. So I need to reduce by plus sign, minus sign. Here we go. Okay. Okay. So now 22.5. Let's test. From 22.5, we want to rotate this 45 degree. 7 times, right? Now, this is what we are doing this just to see if it works. We are not started to cut and delete things yet. So I want you to do edit group. When you do group to itself, it will change the pivot point to the workspace. Now, with this group though, if I rotate Y 45 degree, I will get exact corner on the other space. Can you see? 45 degree, because we already calculated 45, right? 45, 8 object will loop around 360. So now what we did is we rotate the original into the position we want, and then we add higher hierarchy on top so that we can use this to duplicate 45 degree. That doesn't make sense? I hope it does. Okay. So now, if I do this, I select the group, just watch temporary. This is the idea again. And I go to edit, duplicate spatial. I'm gonna turn on reset, turn on SI unique name, because I want the name to be different than pipe 1. If we don't SI unique name, you're gonna get pipe 1 all over 8 times. So I want 7 more times because I already have that. I do not duplicate spatial on the object, but on the group node, because the object already have 22.5. Yes.
How do you get the outliner pulled up if it's not
Right
already
here.
pulled up?
This button.
Where's your mouse?
right there.
Oh, right there.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Gotcha.
So now I'm gonna change the number of the copy, add more, because this is 1 plus 7 will be 8. Sorry, 7 more. Okay. Now rotate 45 degree on y-axis. Now when you look at on the duplicate spatial, translate always the first field of the number is belong to x. Second is y. And this is z. And apply across the primitive also. Like, can you see first x, second y, and third z? Rotate the same. First x, second y, and z. Same thing. So this is how you identify 45 degrees, 7 more copy of that group node. When I click apply, boom. Can you see? I have multiple group node. Each group node has hold on. What am I doing? One moment. Here we go. Each group node has a object.
Where did you open up the duplicate special?
Under edit duplicate spatial, open up option, reset the tool, and this is the setting. Okay.
Special. Okay, I hit duplicate special and it didn't.
You have to select the group and then change the rotation volumes to 45.
Okay, now it's working.
Okay.
Sorry.
So now, right now we know it's going to work. So the question is, do we want it to do 8 times or should we do only once? I would suggest do only once. So in this case, that's the concept that we're going to come back, okay? Delete all the group node except for one. We just want to focus on this one. Now, we need to extrude this surface, go to the body, extend this surface. There we go. Shift, select and shift, double click the next surface on the same row. You will select the whole loop. We need to extrude that. And you grab C direction, right here, blue, just until you like where it's supposed to be. So let's see if it's not that, oh, actually it's a little thick, a little wide, so let me move it a little more like that. Here we go. So now, I think might be too much because otherwise I have to move the object, this part. Okay. Let me see. I might have to move this guy. Turn on move to, but make sure you double click on move to and set to object so that you can move on Z axis like this. Now, if this is on workspace, you can't. Can you see? It goes to the wrong way. So it has to be on a object mode. There we go. I mean, because we just need a little space there. There we go. So that we won't get confused. Basically, we're gonna get confused. That's all. That's what I was afraid. Okay. So now, basically, we're gonna connect this section right there to this face. And then we're gonna add another loop and scale, shrink it down a little bit. Okay. So now, let's do this. You select these two faces, hit delete. There we go. And this group, we will eliminate it because we don't need it anymore. I do that because so that we can make a proper calculation. So select this face, hit delete. Now they are equal numbers, right? Equal numbers. Okay. So, and then you will combine them. But before you combine though, let's combine right away. Just do combine. Yep. make sure you're on object mode, sorry. Make sure you're on object mode. Shift right mouse click, combine. Now use append to polygon to just append it. So mesh to append, and then just take your time. The big face from the body, and then the shorter, the big edge, longer edge, and then the short edge that are parallel to each other. Press Y and keep going. Just click two edges to create a quad face.
Does the bolt need to be as tall as the rim?
Yeah, should be same. I mean, if it's not, we need to scale them down a little bit so that it doesn't look kind of crooked.
Okay.
So it can be adjusted later. So now, right here, I click. See, I click from the body first, and then click on the appropriate edge on the knot, the bolt, maybe. I don't know what to call that, but here we go. And press Y. Now, you might need to zoom in really close. Click and click. Press Y. There we go. And click. If you accidentally do like this, just backspace and then start it again. If you backspace more, you can start it over. So now it look like this. Okay. I'll give you 10 minutes. There we go. Save your scene as. I'm gonna save a 08. Here we go. People who are online, are you guys doing okay? Like I said, if you need help, don't be hesitant. Contact me and then we will figure it out. Oh, Madison just said she came here late. Madison, Hampton. Okay, let me put you while we're waiting. Madison. Here we go. Anybody else just came in? No? Julian, Jared, Shannon, Madison, Leland, are you guys doing okay? Are you guys just watching or follow along?
I'm just watching for now.
That's fine, yes. And yeah, go ahead. Somebody say something?
Oh, yeah, me, Madison. I'm watching too.
Okay. So now let's look at on the side view. We need to scale it down a little bit. Can you see that's too big? So what you need to do is select. You can't select the face. You have to select the vertices, right? Oh wait. Let me look. Yep, you have to select the vertices. So try to select all the vertices. Control Shift is add selection. Shift is also add, but also toggle deselect. So I have to select like this. Can you see? I look at on my perspective view. You might need to switch to 4 so that you can see if you select all the part of that bolt. I don't know what to call that, female bolt. So now look at on side view. Turn on move to scale 2 and see I can scale only one direction. Try to match. There we go. And actually on the bottom I shift, so I'm gonna subtract this and then turn on move to after I scale. You can move manually too, row by row. Here we go. Okay. And there's another technique though. If you select the whole row, all of them, and turn on rotate, scale 2 and scale one direction, it will squeeze them and then they become a single plane. This is another quick technique, like this. So line will be exactly straight line, a single plane, when using scale technique with multiple component. So now it look like this. We need to test this section. Can you see two protruded right here? We need to fix it. If I grab these edges and that edge, I want it to move. If you look at on the top view, let me show you something quick. This is kind of a little complicated at first. I want to move this line kind of like here. Okay. So now if I move it too close, they intersect. Can you see? So I can't. So I have to move it right like this. Just like that. Now, when we move this way, it's not good though. Can you see? Because it's crooked on this part. So what we can do is, let's undo quick. I'm going to show you a really cool move orientation. So select these two edges. Can you see these two edges? Now, I can move it in parallel to this line. To do that, let me show you. You are on move to, hold the W key, left mouse click, just W key, you will get this pops up menu. It's a marking menu, not pops up, marking menu. Shift and left mouse click. Make sure you're on move to, because W is stand for move, right? It's a shortcut. So now choose axis, custom, set to edge, and then we're going to set to this edge, and look, it's oriented to that direction. So now you can move a really nice move. Can you see? You could also move it right on overlap, and then we can adjust the inside. So right now when I look at on the top view, can you see? I move it until it's touched that line. Right now it's overlap. See, it's moved based on that edge orientation.
Did you add a cut to it?
No, it's already there. Let me undo again. Here we go. It looked like this.
Oh, okay.
So you select these edges, two edges. Now we want it to move in that parallel to that single line there. So I'm going to hold the W key with left mouse, click. Choose axis, custom, set to edge, and then you pick this edge. When you pick, it will switch to your move to. And then just go ahead and move it. Move in straight line like that. And I just want it to be right touching that. It's overlap a little bit, it's okay, because we're going to move some other thing. The reason is I don't want, if we don't do that, hold on, if you guys already done that, that's okay. Let me try this. If I press 3, can you see these are a little tapered from the base? We don't want that. We want it to look like straight line. I mean, it tapered, but at some point, but not like this. So what we can do, that's why we want to move. So we move these lines so that they are not protrude more. And then what you need is, you need to move these vertices on the top. W key, left mouse, axis, custom, set to edge again. And this time you can set either this edge or that edge is fine. And then you just move it inward. Just only that part. There we go. You're going to do the same things on the bottom. Going to be the same thing on the bottom. So the bottom you do again. You will pick that. Pick the bottom. Same as on the top. Top is right here. The bottom is right there. So W key, left mouse, axis, custom, set to edge, and then you can set this edge. Any edge that kind of perpendicular to all, and then just move it. There we go. And it doesn't have to be matched exactly with the top. If you want, you can. You just go to 4, look at on top view, and just see where the direction is. It's right there. So I'm gonna just match them. Here we go. So you have to use multi view to help you. Okay. So press 3 again. When we stop, the continuity will look better. So let's stop the continuity. Okay. Are you ready? Now, we need to stop continuity. Multi-cut. First thing you need to cut this. Let's do this area. Can you see? Cut it. Let's try to cut like maybe around here. You can hold shift key and drag so that it snaps. Here we go. And then press 3. Here we go. It stopped a little bit now. That's good. Okay. Press 1 back and look. If these are two overlap, you need to make some adjustment again. Pick that dot. You can do both bottom and top and bottom. Set the move to custom edge and I'm going to pick this edge. Here we go. And then just move it out. So, here we go. If you don't, I think it's a little bit crooked on that area. It's okay. Here we go. Because we need to stop continuity. Right. Now, press 3 again. So now can you see? We get that sharp really nicely. Now, we need to stop continuity on this ring also. However, if I do loop right now, right here, it's going to give me a little bit of too much work because when I connect them, I have to connect all the way. So we're going to do that last. Okay, we're going to do that last. 1, 2, 3. We do inside first. Oop. Shift, multi-cut right here. Hey guys, let's do a little more precision. Hold shift key when you move. So it's like last 10%. And the bottom, here we go. Oop. Okay, so press 3 again. Now the insides kind of look good. So press 1 back. Now if you need to look this is work. Can you see? Here we go. Press 3. Now really sharp. Here we go. This section, it caused a little, can you see if I press 3 again? It caused interruption. So what you need is, you need to move edge just a little bit. Let's go back to 1. Here we go. Move these edges right there. And just press 3 so that you can see. Now set to face again. Set to edge, sorry. So that we can move in this direction. Here we go. Can you see? Now I can fix the circle a little bit. I may have to look at on the top view. There you go. Well, hey guys, don't need to fix it because it's going to be inside. It's too much work. You can just leave it there. Now, let's go back one. We need to do on the bottom too. Bottom. Multi-cut. Stop continuity. Here we go. Press 3. Here we go. About the top one, I did not do this part yet. Here we go. Press 3. Here we go. So, and we're going to have to increase the loop this section, but not now because, well, we shouldn't do it now because we're going to have too many points to merge them. So that's it. Now we're gonna detach some surface and duplicate this all around it. Okay, I'll give you 5 more minutes. Save your file. We're almost done. We're almost done.
Do we need to do an edge loop around the sides of it right there?
You mean this side?
Yeah.
No, not yet. Because if you
Oh,
do it,
for
it's
now.
gonna run all over.
Gotcha.
Yes. Do it.
That's the same question I had.
Okay. So when we're ready, this is a little trick. We need to extract this face, like from here to there, all the way. So you need to select all the face because the reason is so that we can duplicate spatial. There we go. Select all the face. If I press 4, it should look like this. Oh, on the top. We need that. Hey guys, I like to hold Control Shift together when I add. I don't just like to hold just only Shift because sometimes I make a mistake. When Shift click on existing selection, it will deselect it. So I want you to extract this. Shift right mouse, click, and choose extract face. Basically, you just cut this part, extract it out. Here we go. And some of you might think, hey, Sarit, what about what we did with the, on the cap? We extrude them at one time, but select 8 section. Well, in this case, it's more complicated than that one. So that's why we have to do this technique. So to get rid of the surface, you need to get rid of this surface.
What did you do? I'm sorry. What did you do when you selected all the faces? I just
Extract. Shift right mouse click, extract.
Extract.
Yep. And after you extract, go to object mode, deselect, and select only the extract object. Alt Shift Delete, Alt Shift D to delete history. Clean it up. Like this. You go to extract.
Yeah. I hit extract and then you just.
Deselect and right click and then select them. Okay. Oh.
Gotcha. Okay. It makes it like its own little object. Gotcha.
Hey guys, I set that by accident. I don't know which one I did. That depth. I mean, I hide it somehow. I don't know what I did. But don't worry about that line, okay? When you see my dash line, I think I have crease or something. But let me, I think under display or something. Oh. 3. Hey guys, ignore this line, okay? The dash line is same as it's just something I need to turn it off, but I don't remember what it is. Okay, I did it by accident. So delete this, except for this set that we have, because we're gonna duplicate them 8 times. 8 times. Actually, hold on, 8 times. Let me try first. This might have to be right there. Don't do it yet, okay? Let me try first because I might miscount the number. 745. Oh no, I'm doing it right. Here we go. See? Okay, let's do it together. You select, make sure the pivot point is right on the center, right there, top view. If it's not, just press D, hold X key and move until you snap to the center of the workspace. Because of the object, the main body is center of the workspace too. This is why I really emphasize on working from the center of the workspace. Make things much easier. Now, go ahead, edit, duplicate spatial, and we already know because we tested it's 45 degree, 7 more object, include this one will be a 8. And only rotate y-axis. Click apply, now you got all of them. And then you have to combine them, merge them, and then combine these to this part. There we go. So Let's delete history, Alt Shift D. So this might confuse you, so let's hide the body. Select the body, add into a new layer. You can go to layer, create layer from selected, and turn off visibility because you're going to get confused. Let's focus on connecting all of this together. Select all of them. After you hide it, hide the body. I put into a new layer and then just hide it. Shift right mouse, click, choose combine. Now, I need you to turn on border edges so that you can see. Shift right mouse, click on object mode, display, polygon display, border edges. Here we go. So that we can see the thick and thin line. We need to merge thick line together. And right now, slightly bit off, no big deal. Can you see? It's supposed not to have gap at all, but we do because of 22.5. But we can't do 23 neither. I mean, probably 22.75, I think. Yes.
Is it okay if there's not a gap, but it's a little overlap? I think on my world position, my
That's fine.
be just a little off.
Is it a lot? If
No,
it's
it's
just a
not.
little, no, we're gonna merge them.
Okay.
So, turn on border edges. Shift right mouse click, polygon display border edges. Because we wanted to identify when it's merged, when it's not. So now, we can try this. Shift right mouse click, right mouse click and choose vertex. Let's select all of the pair, each overlap. Just select like that. Now, some of your model may not work because of the gap, the threshold on the vertices.
Do we need to combine them first?
Yes, I already did combine. That's why I could select them like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Combine them first. Now, you might need to zoom in a little. And ready? Shift right mouse click and choose merge vertices option. Because based on 0.01 may not be enough. Click apply, nothing move. Can you see? So it means I need to add. How about 3.3? Little by little, oops, perfect. 0.03 merge everything. Okay. Once again, guys, when you guys do it on your own, if you don't use exactly same number as mine, you might have bigger gap or overlap. And if that happen, test it. Now, if you cannot merge all of them at once, don't worry. You can go pair by pair. So by selecting this pair, can you see two, merge, select another pair, and then you can press G. G is repeat this command. You could do that too. So don't get a panic when you feel like, hey, this technique doesn't work on mine. Well, sometimes it does not. So you may have to test by selecting one pair at a time. So it depends on, okay? Don't get panic when you try on your own. So three of you guys able to merge them at once? Perfect. So now we're going to do the same with the body. Now we're done with this part. Let's bring the body back. Delete history because it might crash. Save again. Turn on the body. And if this layer, I'm not using it again, I can delete the layers. There we go. I mean, you can just rename as a working layer, something like that. Now select both. Combine again. And then make sure turn on, hey guys, don't worry, people who are online when you do on your own watching this video, don't worry about my dash, okay? Focus just only on your, as long as we have a similar, I think I turned on a display something, I don't remember. I'm gonna have to turn it off somewhere. So now, it's shift a little bit, I could see, can you see on the bottom? I could double click the whole element, because two element, turn on rotate 2, and I can try to fix this a bit by rotate. Now, here we go. It's a little too fast. Let me undo. We can, which one is it? Hey guys, can you see right here? This button, if you grab, rotate, or move, it's too quick, too fast. Can you look at my screen quick, guys? Can you see it's too fast? I can't really connect it. So I can turn this down. This button. 1. This is the lowest. This is the middle speed. Fast. Oh, and faster. So I'm going to go to the lowest one, that one. And then see if I can slowly. Now I can get exact. So a little trick on this button is speed of your. I never use a shortcut because I don't really use it often. There's a whole control key, control shift to that to further slow down. That's a good one. So this is good. Now I'm rotating, and it seems like it shifts a little bit too. I think my pivot point is not exactly center. I should have a recenter pivot point before I combine. So I'm gonna just move them by hand. Might need to look at on top view. Press 4. Now you can see it. Grab that. I'm gonna manually move. That's good enough. I mean, if you didn't do this this step, it's no big deal because when you merge, it's gonna be okay. All right. Now, we need to avoid a. Can you see? Avoid main body shift shaft. So the reason that we had this problem, this kind of issue, because of 22.5, probably has to be more, but this is what you can do. You know, actually, don't worry about it. Just go ahead, select pair, and then just merge them. I think it's going to be really tiny bit that nobody can detect. There we go.
We don't have to append any polygons or anything like that.
No, we're going to merge them because we don't want any more space. We just want to merge single point. There we go. Mine is a lot off here. It's okay. It won't. Nobody can notice this. Can detect it. Yes. There you go. You might need to switch to 4 on wireframe. Might give you an easy view to look. And mine is 32. So 32 vertices. So that is, how much is it? 15, 16, 21. How come it's 21? 20. And I'm gonna merge vertices, open up option. Mine is a 0.03. Nope, my 0.03 won't work. Let me undo. So it has to be how about 0.6? Nope. How about 0.1? Too much might squeeze to, here we go, 0.1 is good. So now I'm done. And check the thick line. The thick line is only on the top and the bottom, perfect. We are done. Oh, not yet, sorry. Yes, not yet, sorry. We need to multi-cut just to create this loop. And see, when we do it later, it's easier because just one click. Otherwise, we have to connect a bunch of stuff. Press 3 to check. Here we go. Let's make the bottom even more tight right here. Make it more tight. Okay. And the top, press 3 again. This is good. We are done. Yeah.
That's top one that you did for the multi-cut.
Yeah, just cut the loop. Basically, anywhere you want it to look sharp, you have to insert another loop to stop that continuity.
Right.
Except for the open edge. open edge you don't need, like this one. You don't need it.
Gotcha.
So. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop the video, and when you post this by Monday, just post it with, don't need to post it with cap. I just want to see this. Okay, so just do screen capture like what I did in contents, exercise. So I like you to use this as a reference and try to make it close as possible. And some of you, I look at it, it has a little weird splitting. Some of them has quad. Oh no, not quad, Ingon. I don't remember who is. Let me look. So that I can, and if you need help, like I said, just let me know in private message. So this one need to work, Leland. And this is even though it's slightly different than mine, but it's fine because it's really uniform, so it's okay. Julian is good. Even though it's a little crooked, it's fine because still uniform. I think it just, you need just to check your cut, but still work. Still good. This one, who is this? Madison, yes. Madison, check this area. You might delete these edges by accident, because right now it's become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 side. It has to be either 4 or 3. Let's see, how do we cut that one? Yes, you probably accidental delete that edges. See, you just use multi-cut tool to link it back, and you'll be done. Can you hear Madison? Madison, are you there? Sorry, I can't hear your voice. Did I turn off something? Maybe not. Okay, so Louis, this is good. And who is this? Jane, that's good. You mean like this area, right? That you said a little busy, but still okay. Yep. Good, uniform. Let's see. This one I was curious. Jared, are you here? Jared Gregg? He's on there, yes. Just right there. It's not that bad, but it's kind of busy. Right there. That's what I'm curious. I mean, but still uniform, so it's not that bad. A little different. And Louis, this is good. Okay. All right. Any questions, guys?